All right, my name is Elizabeth Walsh. I'm a fourth grade teacher at Brooklyn Center Elementary School, and this is my second prototype for my design thinking challenge. So my design challenge is how might we reimagine the math experience to better meet the diverse needs of all students in mathematics. So I focused on, for this particular part of my design solution, how I could increase group work and collaborative tasks in mathematics. So from my stakeholder reflection data, I collected this data from my students and focused in on 3 particular students from that sample. The wants from my stakeholders are more games and cooperative work. They want to see more drawing in math, the integration of their interests into math lessons, and then continuing to build on previous knowledge when introducing new content. So from that, this is my original schedule for my first prototype, is that I had my warm-up, my whole group lesson, we had a group question, and then we moved into independent practice. The changes that I'm making for my second prototype is that our warm-up will be a group game that focuses in on number sense, our whole group lesson, and then it could be a variation of a group problem or a group game that is related to the content, and then independent practice. Some of the games that I found that could be replicated and used across different lessons and units were using card games. There are a bunch of multiplication, addition, division, and subtraction card games that you can utilize with students to build number sense in a game-based way. Using Kahoot as a way for students to collaborate by moving away from the independent practice of Kahoot to a group, and then requiring students to work together and discuss the questions. Then I found some different ways to engage students in their learning. So there's Assign My Sheet, which is instead of students having a worksheet to complete on their own, they go around and work on each other's assignment, which allows them to communicate as well as see how other students are solving the problem. The only requirement would be that they had to sign their name after each problem. And then jump on the answer. This would be for more whole group lesson, but it's more game-based where students would jump to the answer that they believe, moving and then getting them to talk and think about what they are, how they came up with their particular answers. And then I thought about for group problems, I think part of the issue with why it wasn't as engaging was the platform that I used for the previous prototype. So for that prototype, I had students work on a problem on a piece of paper and collaborate. So I decided to move away from just the paper model into some technology resources. Padlet, Seesaw, and Flipgrid allow for students to show their work in a variety of ways, more than just a worksheet would provide. Padlet would allow for students to record as well as work through the problems with drawings. Seesaw is similar with that, and Flipgrid. The one thing I like about these 3 platforms is it allows us as a class to review different strategies the next day, whereas the worksheet was more difficult to do those kind of things.